It is the 10th of July, 1941. Germany is assaulting the Soviet Union, and the First Army is retreating in disarray. Stalin is in a panic. He now realizes that his reliance on the Germans was misguided, and that the Soviet divisions are not nearly as prepared as initially thought. Under the relentless onslaught of the German army, we are falling back on all fronts pretty much, and we have to reorganize the defenses. For now, all the divisions are retreating, and the First Army has been ordered back into defensive lines. We are going to retreat to our defensive positions. The tank divisions have been ordered south to defend the fortified area between the rivers here, and the mountaineers have been ordered on the border with Romania to reinforce that area as well. So we will basically create a hopefully somewhat more reinforced fallback area in the rear. That means the Air Force also now needs to start evacuating. So we're going to move the Air Force out of Poland and the lower Baltics, and operate from our rear air bases, because we might not be able to hold anything there. We have blown up the railway lines already, so Soviet troops are now... Yes, Germany has broken the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. It's nothing but a piece of paper to the fascists, yes. Soviet leadership is less than pleased, but perhaps less shocked by the betrayal than disappointed that they didn't seize the opportunity first. Yeah, the trust that Stalin had that he would be the one actually breaking the treaty is probably somewhat misguided. So quickly the troops are moving into position, and Italy, Hungary, Romania and Bulgaria are now joining along with them. Which means that... Why am I moving... What have I done here? Second Army divisions were not actually supposed to go up north there. I think I gave them... Yeah, the Second Army is gonna have to stay, honestly. Hang on, I think I gave the Second Army the wrong order. The wrong fallback line here. So let me quickly sort that out. I'll be right back. Okay, now this should be better. Second Army, we've got the mountain divisions moving towards the border here. Second Army is still in holding positions, and we've somewhat fortified the open areas here. Everybody else is rapidly falling back, and yeah, we are facing the Axis. Free France want us to sign a pact of non-aggression, yes, and the United Kingdom can do that as well. I don't mind. But everybody else needs to rapidly retreat, and I need to actually remove this area from the area defense. We're not going to be holding anything beyond that river line. So everybody fall back for now and try to get into defensible positions. We are now starting to face the Luftwaffe over eastern Poland as expected. We have 1,500 planes in the air versus 1,500 fighters. So I'm going to be really interested to see how we are trading against the Luftwaffe. We have mostly older things here. We've got I-15s, I-16As, a bunch of Gloucester Gladiators, but we also have about 700 Yak-3s. So especially the Yak-3s should be doing relatively well. And we've got a 75% mission efficiency, which is quite good for now, and we have an okay air detection. So hopefully soon we will get some more radars up, and that'll improve. But that's so far looks okay. And again, I'm just curious to see what losses we're facing here, because we are going for area superiority. But obviously it's right now it's not just the Germans, it's also the others. So we are contesting this. And we are managing to shoot some German planes down, at least. So we'll see how well that goes. But obviously on the ground, we are falling back in disarray. Okay, everybody wants to have a non-aggression pact. Yes, you can have those. Canada, Ethiopia is still existing, interestingly enough. Yugoslavia, not really either. Denmark, yeah, you're all in exile. British Raj, Greece, New Zealand, South Africa, just Indies, and Norway. Okay, so yep. Falling back to defensible positions, and the German tanks are assaulting us everywhere. We are giving up this territory. There is no way we're holding that. Not with the somewhat lack of preparation. We're actually going to need some fortifications. Probably either that or these two. Let's put level 3 forts in these 3 areas. I'm not sure. I don't like this one. Actually, no. Let's do that differently. And let's not do that. But instead, just extend the line here, because that also has the added benefit of holding this line here. Okay, so these are probably going to be prioritized because we are going to be in need of upgraded fortifications. And I am going to deprioritize these things for now. And these ones, I mean, they're almost done, honestly. Yeah, we'll do a couple, but I would like to get the fortifications up first if we can manage. So let's get that done. Okay, and again, we are falling back everywhere on all fronts, but we will try our best to dig in and hold as much as we possibly can. And yeah, these forts need to get up here, and everybody retreat into your lines and dig in. And try to hold this time around. And obviously we are going to need to... Yeah, we've got these. I'm going to move these back a little bit, just so we don't lose the... the air zone. Sorry, just so we don't lose the airbase. In case we lose the airbase, they're still going to be combat effective. But yeah, we have retreated out of Poland in a panic, and have taken some losses, but... it could have been worse. And the last stand of some of the guards divisions, just fall back to your lines as fast as you can. Everybody else, hold fast here and try to defend these positions with your lives. Because if they break through everywhere here, this is going to get really, really interesting really quickly. We do have some fortresses here that we can fall back on. In fact, I think I am actually going to change that line here accordingly and get it to just hold the fortresses. Yeah. All right. So everybody hold the forts here. We do have the tanks for counterattacks. And everybody else is just going to be generally on the defensive here for now. And yeah, even with air support, we have trouble actually defending against these German divisions here. So we're going to need to get everybody to dig in and hold this line. This is the line we need to hold. Can I move any kind of additional... Yes, I can get some untrained divisions out. And I think I will do that. But it's just 2 divisions that we can... We can get some guards divisions out, I guess. And I will actually do that. So we've got an additional 6 guards divisions. They can go over there. They have some firepower, but digging in is sort of what we kind of need to do right now. And I'm actually thinking of I know that there are focuses for it, but I'm actually thinking of just panic fortifying, at least with small fortifications here along the lines behind the river, and wasting some industrial capacity here, but this might not be a bad thing just now, because these German divisions are quite strong and significantly more powerful than I was expecting, so having a little bit of fortification along the lines should be done relatively quickly and should allow us to maybe hold a little bit better. So we'll just prioritize these fortifications first to make sure that they get done before the Germans arrive. And that should be not taking an awful lot long. We have the equipment. It's just that we need to hold the Germans while we are actually dealing with these things. All right, so we're going to go through a quick series of fortifications here, and we are no longer. I think we're no longer going to be fighting in the Polish air zone. We are actually going to fall back into the airports behind the front lines and focus on Belarus, and these go back here and focus on the Belarusian area as well as these airplanes need to return to Kiev. We do have to kind of hold Kiev, so Ukrainian air zone is somewhere where we need to make something happen as well. Tanutuva wants to help in our war efforts. Yes, please, you're welcome. The Mongolia wants to help in our war effort. Yes, you're welcome as well. And more non-aggression pacts. Yeah, that's all good. And we are falling back in a panic to our defensive lines. Well, we'll see how well the Germans are going to be doing over there. Where did I station the railway guns? There's one here. And I think I have one down south somewhere. Where did I put the other one? I had two of them. I remember that much. And this fortification line is actually, this defensive line is actually wrong as well. So I'll fall back there. There we go. So these units need to fall back here, and this unit needs to fall back there as well. And these guys actually, yeah, we need to shorten the front line now. I think this is the these are the mountain divisions. They need to shorten the front lines up to here where we have defenses. That worries me though. So where was the railway? Where was the fortress that's in Bessarabia? Where's the fortress? We can fall back out of Bessarabia if necessary. I prefer not to, but we could. But so far it looks like we may be holding here for now, and while the Germans will be running out of supply eventually. So we are trading territory for everything else. Okay, Belarus, Ukraine, and the Eastern Balkans are going to be the air zones we'll be fighting in. And while these guys are holding, we are falling back to more defensible positions. And now it looks like we are going to start seeing some contact here. And we have sunk the first German convoy. I'm not sure what they're doing in the Barents Sea, but we have sunk them. Good. That's progress. And we are encountering pushback over the Eastern Balkans here as well. So the planes we've got in the air here are probably not sufficient. Can we get additional air wings up? No, we don't really have anything. So everybody dig in and try to defend this as much as you can. But I think now we're starting to see the concentrations of okay, Military Engineering University is done, which gives us additional entrenchment. But I think right now I am going to go for desperate measures, which can give us some. Yes, we are definitely desperate, and we're going to go for desperate measures, which gives us faster mobilization speed, training time, and unlocks great patriotic war decisions. So we can also get some propaganda going. We can get a 7% recovery rate. And do we need... we can get factory output up. And the motherland calls, which reduces training time. So if we are going to get another, I would like to get, how's our stockpile looking? We are okay with infantry equipment, so I would like to get another bunch of guard divisions out, actually. So let's get another 12 guards divisions and 12 regular infantry divisions. Actually, make that 14. And we can call the motherland calls. Reduce training time. Off we go. Propaganda shall save us. Okay. Where did I put that railway gun? I had that somewhere. I had that down south here somewhere, didn't I? Where did I put it? I'm probably blind. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm blind and you're all screaming at the screen. Okay, so we are now using railway bombardment. The Germans we are being assaulted by panzer divisions, but I think at this point they are starting to run into the guards divisions. And these guys mean business. So I think this is where we are standing, and we are fighting. Japan declares war on the Philippines. Yep, that means they are making progress in China. Sorry, China, I don't have time for this right now. Any other propaganda that we can put up right now? I think I'm good. Am I low on anything? No, I'm good in terms of production. So we'll just see how we'll see how the contact develops. But these divisions should now actually, let me check the entrenchment levels. 34% max entrenchment. Yeah. So they will entrench further if necessary. I am gonna fall these. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fall these divisions back actually to make sure that that they are holding the fortified positions here. Otherwise, we might need to fall back in the north. Yeah. Anything else we can blow up here? Yes, we will definitely scorch earth pretty much anything we can at this point. Can't do that because we're not controlling it. Blow that up. Yeah, we are going to we are abandoning Minsk, so blow that up and blow this up and blow everything up to our front lines. And maybe not that. Well, we can't do that one anyway. Okay, so that should be it. We have blown up. We have demolished the railways. And now the Germans are starting to run into severe problems where the Soviet defenders can pierce the German panzers. Well, at least some of it. And what we have 65% and 100%, yeah. So we have some piercing capabilities here. Okay, no contact yet in the north. Oh no, we do have contact in the north around Riga, but yeah, that's not happening, guys. So the German divisions are flooding in. We are probably losing some capabilities here, but we have built up some fortresses, and we have got the tanks ready in the south for any counterattacks in case they break this line here, because this is the relatively poorly defended line. Here we are. Yeah, they are sending 11 divisions against these 5, so this is gonna be hard to hold. Kuznetsov requires assignment. Following the German invasion of Ukraine, Kuznetsov has formally requested to join the NKVD to defend his homeland. Welcome aboard, Konrad. He is now an operative, so I've got another spy, honestly. Mongolia wants to send 14 divisions as expeditionary forces. Yeah, sure, Mongolian divisions. Come on in. They're probably not great, but I'm going to give them an army. And we can give them just somebody, really. I still have Konev himself, who can take on some of the armor. Yeah, we will just assign somebody here. There we go. And these guys what these guys can do is they can take over the Turkish defense line. In that case, I'm actually going to put them under this one. I am going to give them a front line with Turkey, which means once they're in place, I can move the divisions here north if need be. Okay, yeah, this is going to be fun because it's going to be assaulted from all directions. So we might need some additional divisions here. I might send another one of the guard divisions over, just to make sure that that we can hold this. But so far it looks like the Germans are not breaking through, and they're also attacking across rivers. So that is not necessarily going to help them. And yeah, again, if things go bad, I can send the tanks in and counterattack. But right now we are letting the Germans run into our positions, and I might actually send another infantry division as well, just to make sure that this position holds here, because this is quite significant. What fortification? Yeah, we can't really build there, so we've just got level 1 forts up there at the moment, because... And in the north we are holding for now against the German assault. We've got the NKVD divisions. They're just here to make sure nobody takes a step back. We've got things we can use. I'm going to save up some of the political power to use. We can increase the factory output if we need to, but we don't need to right now. So, okay, we are starting to see contact across the line here in the south as well, but for now we're holding. How is the air looking like? We are facing a fair amount of Luftwaffe fighters in the north here for now. So we will dispatch one of the fighter wings up. They have the range. They don't need to move. They can just... we're not facing anything here right now, so we can jockey the fighter wings a bit. To face the Luftwaffe as they are needed. And another one here, another one there. There we go. And that should give us a more significant number. And we are actually trading reasonably well against the Luftwaffe for now. Okay, Ukraine is starting to see a lot of action now. So in that case, we might need more air. Yeah, Ukraine might be a little bit of an issue, because we are outnumbered somewhat, but we're still trading positively against the Luftwaffe. So yeah, we're holding in the air, surprisingly. And how is it? Vinnytsia? Is it that how you pronounce it? Vinnytsia? Yeah, divisions are. I am going to free up Konev's tanks here and see if we can relieve. I think at this point we need to relieve them. So let's get 4 tank divisions and assault them here and see if we can push them out. It's because Vinnytsia is coming under concentrated assault here. And that looks like a place that we might have problems actually defending. Okay, excavation 2 is done, and at this point I am going to. What do we need to research? I think any kind of improvements that we can make are good. Let's get. We're mostly fighting with infantry at this point, so infantry defense is a good thing to do. And this is going to be a tricky position here, so we'll try to relieve with a counterattack using the tanks. We've got some infantry returning to their lines, but we should be able to. We do need to hold here, so we're now counterattacking with the tanks. I've got a couple more heavy tank divisions here that can assist in the counterattack here. So let's get them on the ground and see if we can relieve this assault a little bit. Just by pushing these divisions back somewhat. And we've also got the railway gun here. Tank divisions are attacking. Losses are probably catastrophic, but that's just how things go. And these guys are supposed to be counterattacking as well, yeah. We do have the infantry divisions returning. No, you need to return here. And so do you. You need to return. You all need to return here. That is essential. Given that this is such an essential point, I might actually give these divisions. Where are my guard divisions? I get another guard division and these 4 and this guard division here. I'm gonna give you a separate fallback line just here. 6 divisions just to hold that, and these 2 as well. Like that, 8 divisions to hold that single place, and yeah, counterattacking here to relieve them. With the tanks, this is starting to look sketchy, but I think they can hold that, honestly. This is troublesome, because we're now starting to face the Italians in the south. So that's gonna be difficult. How's the north looking? North is looking okay. We're now starting to be assaulted around the central lines here. Desperate measures is happening. I can do the Stalin line and get some not here but here probably. Stalin line might be one we could do, but I'm more about going more interested right now into going into the military. And this seems this battle here seems to be very quickly changing into a pivotal battle, almost, I would say. Let's see if the armored counterattack is going to make some difference. Here come the heavy tanks, and we're starting to see them in action against the German infantry. So let's see if we can relieve them. We're not planning to hold this. We're going to retreat again after we've retaken these positions. We just want to make sure we are relieving the position here, such that the infantry divisions can get into position, and we are inflicting some damage on the Germans. How's the air looking? Okay, we have red air over Ukraine. That is not good. Yeah, the Luftwaffe is heavily focusing on Ukraine. So I need how's it currently looking? Belarus has got nothing. Baltics has got nothing. So I'm gonna start moving additional air force into Ukraine, and these air wings here in the north can handle that as they go. Do we have any? We've got Sturmoviks. We can get these out. Ukraine and the Balkans are currently trouble, and I think I'm just gonna. We might have to fall back. We might have to fall back here. I don't like it. I'd prefer not to. I'm actually going to move you a little ahead, such that we get better air coverage. But yeah, this I would love to hold this, especially that we're starting to build fortifications here. But we might have to fall back out of Bessarabia if we can't hold it, just because it's in a different air zone. Okay, and we get ourselves another doctrine, operational concentration, and that gives us 5% and plus 10% max planning. Yeah. Okay, we will start once. I think they are. Yeah, I think we are pretty much all in contact at this point. So I'm going to start. I'm going to redo the front lines from the old fallback lines. How's our? Okay, I think our counterattack has worked. We have relieved the position here. So we've got 10 divisions here now. We'll give them some time to dig in while we are pushing the Germans out with the armored divisions, and then we'll retreat the tanks again behind the lines, because we don't necessarily want to stretch or hold anything. We just wanted to make sure that that the infantry gets some relief, and that these 10 divisions can get the time they need to entrench themselves. So the tanks are just going to be holding these positions for now, ahead of the front line, ready to start some counterattacks if needed. And we're not going to go on the offensive just yet. Rubber processing is done, nice. I need, however, what else do I need? Better radar would be good. Not sure I actually really need medium airframes right now, but artillery and anti-tank, definitely. So, improved artillery is going to go first. And yeah, political power is going to be scarce. That's just how it is. We will leave the heavy tanks standing here for now. The mediums have relieved, have somewhat... nope, actually we're being counterattacked. And I think I'm going to fall the heavy tanks back for now. So heavy tanks fall back into fortified positions if you can. Yeah, fall back into fortified positions. And get yourself back, and same with the mediums. The Germans are counterattacking here, so we are going to fall back behind the lines. You're just here to help out with counterattacks if the infantry gets too overwhelmed here. Okay, we are back and in the contact line here. So the tanks are falling back behind the lines. The south is not looking good. It looks like they might be breaking through here, and that means we will have lost the river line. And I think we will at this point abandon the Balkans just so I can concentrate the air force in. Oh, we have problems in the north. We have a large assault from Guderian with 10 divisions onto 4 divisions holding here in the north. Tanutuva can send us some divisions, yes. Have the Mongolian divisions arrived? They have not. They are probably still... yeah, they're still trekking here. And this is a bit of a problem because while these aren't guards divisions, this is regular divisions. We have more Mongolians, so actually these were the Tanutuvans, right? Yeah, they can join the Mongolians. They can take that on the south. The north is starting to look a little difficult, so we are going to get the NKVD divisions. They're not great, but we are going to get them to reinforce the line in the north where it falters. And well, basically we're just going to get them on the front line here. So let's move the NKVD divisions in and see if we can reinforce these positions a little bit, especially here, because there's just so many German divisions trying to cross this river that we definitely have to hold here because we currently don't have any tank divisions. I might send some of the faster mediums. We've still got the heavies actually engaged here. I'm gonna send 3 medium. Make that 4 medium tank divisions. I'm gonna send 4 medium tank divisions north, just to have a counter attack here. I didn't think they would actually make it across the river, so. We will send them north. How's our air force looking in the area? Oh, this is actually the Belarus area. Are we actually having anything going here? No, although we are fighting. I will probably move... I have an air wing up here of close air support. They can do CAS in Belarus. And that should help. And I will actually redirect the these air wings here for now. This is not ideal. I would have to send them over here. We do have a close air support wing here. We're going to send that over and get that on Belarus as well. We do need to hold here. These guys have to hold. We will reinforce with some of the NKVD divisions. And I think I'm actually going to give 2 divisions here a separate fallback line just to make sure that these 2 are... Come on, you need to reinforce there, and we're going to get another... We're going to get these 4... Oh no, that's a different army. We're going to give these 4 a... well, we can send a division over here from the adjacent tiles, respectively, to reinforce this somewhat. That are not under assault. And in the south, yeah, we are losing the positions here. So I think we are getting reinforcements here. We might hold it for now. We might just hold it for now. This is mountain. This is hilly terrain, so we might be able to hold this position here. Why are you moving towards the south? I do not wish you to move towards the south. I wish you to stay here and hold that position if you can. Okay. You decide to move. You decide to go there. Okay. They are force attacking, but we'll let them dig in here for now. And we'll see if we can hold Bessarabia. We can always counterattack with the... Actually, do I want an armored counterattack? I've got one tank division here that needs to pull out from the front line. This one too. Gonna move the heavies further up north, just in case we need to counter push somewhere here. And this looks like it's holding now. We have somewhat reinforced. Plus, we've got the NKVD divisions in. Plus we've got air support, so I think the front line is holding here for now. But I think we are going to give up Bessarabia because we are fighting a relatively large amount of Italians in the air and we just don't have the planes. So I'd rather remove the air force here, fall them back and get them to fight over Ukraine. And we are going to fall back from Bessarabia, which means we are going to get the mountain divisions first out to create a fallback line along this area. I know that that's not ideal for them, but that removes that line, and we will get everybody else who's holding here. Second Army is currently holding that here. We're going to give the Second Army the same fallback line. So retreat out of Bessarabia right now. Fighting retreat, and we were giving up contesting the Balkan air zone. So this is going to be a lot easier to handle. Why the heck are you moving out? You need to stay there and defend that. Okay, we've got the tanks here in position to counter push if anything bad happens. Contact line in the north. This is something that we can hold relatively easily. Center is clear and the north here looks decent as well. Okay, I think we are starting to get this under control. We have fallen back to defensive lines. We are giving up Bessarabia for now. And we'll just make sure that we can get the... Okay, you fall back here. Just make sure that we can get the river crossing held. But I've got the tanks ready here if I need to push them back out. Across the river, that is not a problem. So everybody fall back to your lines. And that's where we're going to hold. We have sunk a German convoy. So yeah, our submarines are doing something. And we can start assigning a couple of things. Infantry division attack or max entrenchment. I'm gonna go with ambusher for now. That's that. And our field marshal can get the reinforce or recovery rate. I'm gonna go with reinforcement for now. Okay. And that's that. I don't think we have anybody awaiting medals right now. Except for these guys. They can... Well, I might as well give them one. Where was the... There. So this is an armored division. They can get the recovery rate, entrenchment, HP, or org. I'm going to give them the Hero of the Soviet Union for more organization. Yes, 37 political power, yes. But then we have awarded all the medals that we can. And except for these positions which are turning out to not be defensible, it looks like we might be able to hold this. And the Germans are running low on supplies because they have outrun their supply lines except in the north here. So we will do what we can to hold that in the air. We now have green air over we've got green air over Belarus. There is a relatively small amount of actually there's a large amount of enemy of enemy aviation happening in Belarus as well, which is nasty. So given that there's nothing going on in the Baltics, I'm going to move these over and have them operate over Belarus. How are we on airplanes? We are short. Unsurprisingly, we are running short on airplanes. So we will need to ramp up the... Well, we're producing six Yak 3s per day, but right now we are losing more than we are producing. But we've still got a little bit more... that we can go there. How are we on material? We're actually good on material. I think we can reduce trade for rubber slightly because we have more than we need at this point. So let's bring 4 factories. I want. That gets us, yeah. So got the rubber sorted. Ukraine is where we are inflicting catastrophic losses on the Luftwaffe, to be honest, and the fighter losses are actually acceptable. So it looks like our Yak 3s, what are we fighting here? Mostly Bf-109s, but also a bunch of older stuff. Yeah, Bf-109As. It looks like we can hold up relatively well, and Belarus is where we're starting to see some fighters coming in, which is why we're going to have to get these fighter wings to not to that airbase, to this airbase, and focus on Belarus. And like that, we are holding. It's tight, and we're still falling back, but for now we're holding. And the armored counterattacks. Oh wow, that's just crushing. 9 divisions against 8. We should hold that, right? I have tanks here to relieve and counterattack if necessary. Let's move 1 tank division over there. Yeah, it's a. I think they can hold this, but yeah, they're well entrenched at this point. There's a lot of German divisions, but I think they cannot break that. So, oh, this looks bad. However, we've got 7 divisions against 3. I think we are okay, however. I'm not sure why it thinks that we are going to lose this. Because they would... Okay, they are deorganizing us rather quickly. Okay, counterattack with the tanks. And we do it a 2-pronged counterattack here. So rush the tanks in and try to counter-attack that. We do not want to lose this position. So we'll see what we can... Yeah, they are assaulting us along the front lines. Okay, assaulting... Oh, oops, we are about to lose... we are about to lose in the center here. That is bad. I'm gonna need those tanks in Vitebsk quickly, and we need to push back against these positions. That's Belarus. We have green air, but if you're not paying attention for a second, things are getting nasty. Can I rush anybody else to the defense? Everybody is engaged here almost. Yeah, pretty much the whole line of contact is engaged, and we are coming under massive assault here. 4 divisions holding up against 11 German divisions. So despite the fact that we have... And here as well. So they are trying to break through here, which means I will need these tank divisions urgently to... I'm not sure we can get them there in time to try and counter push that. Do we have any more tanks on the reserve? We've got 3 tank divisions here. Given that we are falling back, I am already going to move these up north. The problem is we are going to not be... We might be able to hold this... Oh no, we're not falling back here. Okay, this is clear. But we need to counter... these guys are coming under severe attack as well now. So we need to probably counterattack. No, go through here and then try to counterattack. So armored counterattacks wherever we can. And hopefully that will help. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here for today. We are desperately holding on. We are desperately holding on here. I might have to issue some last stand orders if things go bad, especially around here until the tanks arrive, and we can and we can manage to push them back, because I do not want to lose these positions here if I can. I can fall back here if need be, but these are fortified positions and I don't want to have to recapture them. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.